Hello! Welcome to my channel. My name is Alex. I'm so glad that you're here. Today is the second video in my summer studio vlog series. If you watched the last one, you remember I was working on getting my studio cleaned out. I did some painting and I have updates for you on those things. I've done even more painting since then that I'll be sharing with you, and I'll just walk you through my day. We're going to be doing some painting again, as well as video editing. This is my life now. We're painting, we're video editing, we're knitting, and we'll see what else we get up to, but I think it's gonna be a really good day. I'll be taking you along throughout my work day, basically, while my partner is away at work. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Good morning. So today is Tuesday. It is June 20th. So yeah, welcome. It is about 8:30 in the morning. I already dropped Caroline off at work and I'm ready to get started. We have a lot to do today. First things first, I'm actually going to film a separate video because I have to do a knitting update. It's been too long. I've done so much knitting and I just think I feel inspired to go ahead and film one of my knitting updates. For those, really, I just sit down, get all my projects together and kind of get organized, and then walk through just what I'm working on, what I'm thinking about my projects, the yarn. It's very knitting specific, but yeah, so that's why I'm not gonna include all of that here. But this sweater that I'm wearing, I'm so excited to get to wear it. Is one of the things that I finished since I last did a knitting update. Yeah, so I'm gonna wear this for my video. So I'll wear this, film another video, and then show you guys what's been up with my studio clean out and my painting. So yeah, I hope that you come along for the ride. I think it's gonna be pretty fun. Hey, okay, so I think filming my podcast went really well. I got about 30 minutes of footage, which is good for me because usually I talk for way too long. It takes so long to edit, and then my episodes are still too long. I got some feedback that I should make them maybe a little shorter, and I like that idea for me too. So yeah, I talked for about 30 minutes and I'm gonna edit it down to probably between 15 and 20 minutes. Maybe a little more than 20 minutes. But yeah, that's really good. It's a video about my progress on my birthday sock mission, which is basically to make birthday socks for everyone I know and love, and what I'm knitting for summer. So if you want to see that, check out that video. It will definitely be posted before this one. And yeah, okay, so back to what we're doing today. It's about 9:15. I am going to spend a few minutes outside watering my plants and hanging out with my dog, and then I'm going to take a shower, clean the kitchen. We're gonna get real basic for a little bit this morning, and then I think around 10 it's going to be productivity time for my business. We have painting, video editing, and studio cleaning to do today. That is the mission of this day and this vlog. So I will see you guys in a little bit. If you're wondering about my plants, they're doing okay. They don't love whenever it's over 100 degrees. Otis has come to join us. So it is about 10 a.m. Good boy. It's about 10 a.m. and it is time to get started painting. Let me show y'all what I finished up from the last vlog that I was working on. And then today we're going to be working on this commission that I have right here. One second though. Okay, so I finished up these quilt blocks that I was doing last time. This one, I added those patterns in on more of the love how these came out. I finished all 3 of those. I was doing that vlog last Thursday. I finished these up on Friday, which was the same day that I started working on this painting. I also was working on this. I just super briefly showed this in the video, I think. But this one I definitely still have some more work to do on. So I think as I keep working on this, whenever I get colors that I think would work with this, I'll kind of be working on this simultaneously. So this commission, let me show you guys. It's a little bit of a secret. My uncle has given me this commission to do for my aunt and gave me a printout of this photo. So this is tail. So this is my aunt and her grandson, like looking at this fish. Such a sweet photo. So I am turning this into a painting. And this is what we have so far. It's definitely, I mean, it's looking like the photo. There are definitely areas where we just need more paint. It's kind of in that like transparent phase, but also I want to kind of clarify, like clear up like their hands and like their faces and stuff, because that's going to be like a focal point of the piece. Like make sure that looks really clear and finished, as well as the fish, but get a little bit more of like vibrant mystical color going behind here, and then just like kind of clean up and clarify like around their bodies, like this side of the tank, like that, how that's like the real world and kind of more gray, and then this side's gonna be more blue and bright. So I'm gonna work on this for a little bit. I mentioned in my last video that I am going to start saving my paint water, and while I was eating breakfast I was watching a video about saving paint water, and Golden Paints actually makes like a system. Golden Paints makes a system for collecting and like filtering your paint water. So I am going to order that so that I can really like do it right and dispose of my paint water. So for now I'm just going to be collecting it until I get that in. I have like an old milk carton thing, so I'm going to be collecting my paint water in there for now, and whenever I do try that out, I'll have to show you guys how that works. Paintings are coming along really well. Let me show y'all what we've got. I did a lot of refining around the fish. You can see it's still just kind of has like a sketchiness to it, which I think is okay, especially in the like background, on the ground, down here in the water where it's a little bit pushed back. I think that quality where you can see the brushwork and the transparency of it works in those areas, but I'd like to go and refine even more the bodies and hands, the figures, the fish, and like some of these like seaweed pieces and stuff. So I think that's going to be another layer that I'm probably going to do on a different day. I really want to take my time with this piece, and I'm really happy with my progress for today. So I think doing it on a different day and mixing up new colors to continue to refine those areas will be a good project for probably tomorrow. I probably worked on that for an hour or so, and then I did come back to this carnation piece. This one is a 6x6 canvas. It's wet on the sides. I really like how we're kind of playing with the like dimensionality of it, so I decided to go in with a darker red on the sides, but this is drying, and then I mixed up a new that's better, look at it, a new color to do the neck, like probably 2 more layers on the sides to get a really good solid dark red. And then I'm also going to use this color to continue to fill in the shadows of the flowers. But I'm really liking how this little piece is looking. It's just like a fun, quicker one. And while I was at it and kind of waiting for these to dry, I also worked on this piece. This is obviously just a sketch. This was already painted pink on the front, but I went in with this yellow that I had mixed up the other day and used on the background of this. I'm going to use that on the sides of this one because, again, I'm like having fun playing with this kind of dimensionalness of these canvases because they're so small and they come so far off the wall. So I'm going to do some cone flowers on this and do like a purpley pinky color of the flowers. Maybe do a pink background, maybe more of a cream color, and then have all these kind of like grassy like leaves coming up as well. So it's definitely going to need another layer of the yellow on the sides. I might play with adding in this color, like maybe if I made the petals of these flowers like the same kinds of tones as those, but then I would definitely need to do a different background color. I'm not sure. I will use that paint to start the first layers of another piece. The way that I work with acrylic, it's gonna be very layered. That first layer is just there to like get it started and get the shapes and everything on there. So it's not a huge deal if that isn't necessarily like the final color that you want, or if it's not the perfect color for that piece. Because it will get filled in. And I like to be able to work kind of transparently as I build it up, but it's nice that whenever you have a brush stroke that's kind of choppy, or if your paint is a little thin, you're not showing through to the white of the canvas, you're showing through to that original color that you put down, so it doesn't look unfinished, even with those kind of wispy brush strokes. So that's why it's important for my process to start with something and not just go in with something that you might want to be like a final color, because it tends to look unfinished if it's got that sketchy quality and you just have the white of the canvas underneath. That's just my opinion and what I like just from looking at my own work. And yeah, so kind of like an example would be like those quilt pieces that I did. That original pink color that I started with to get my design on there, like those hardly have any pink on them left. You can see just a little bit of pink kind of in between the edges, and I like that it kind of has that glowing through kind of quality. So that's kind of what this one is going to have most likely as I work through it, is like this light pink is going to come through a little bit on the edges where the background meets the flowers, but this isn't going to be like a pink painting. So yeah, thank you for painting with me. This was nice. It is almost lunchtime at this point. I've been working on this for about 2 hours, so I want to let this stuff dry and come back to it after lunch. This little carnation piece holds it for you guys. We're almost done with this piece. This one is just a little wonky, like it looks a little funny over here, so I'm gonna try to fix that a little bit. And then the sides, it has that very like transparentness to it, which I'm not liking right now. I want that to be a little bit more solid. So I'm gonna let this dry while I eat lunch, and then fix this one up for sure. Maybe do a touch more on this longer coneflowers one, and then I'll be cleaning my brushes and picking all of this up this afternoon. So I'm gonna go take a lunch break and maybe do some knitting, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. We are definitely having a little bit of YouTube video inception going on today because I just finished editing. First of all, we're in this video, we're filming, but I'm editing last week's vlog video. I finished editing it. It's not the best video, and I kind of want to talk about that too, but I decided to re-record my my like intro and like exit stuff so it would be clean and like crisp, because it's a lot of my footage is like a little bit chaotic and loud. I don't know. So I just filmed that just now, so you notice that my hair looks just like it does now, but that was last week. I don't know if people will think about that kind of thing, but I guess you definitely will now, because I'm probably going to include this in this video. But yeah, something that I was thinking about and wanting to mention. So like I said, I just finished editing my video from last week, and I'm gonna post it. It's not like the best video ever. Like making like vlog style videos is kind of difficult. You really want to get different like shots, and then I wanted to add music, but I mean the music that I added is not like anything special. I'm using stuff that I can get for free from YouTube, and I don't know if it really goes. I mean, I kind of liked it, but I don't know, we'll see. But it's really similar to like being an artist and putting your work out there. It's not going to be amazing at first. It's not going to be amazing every single time, but that doesn't mean that your work isn't worthy of putting out into the world. I think that my videos are kind of cool, and I worked hard on them, and I want to share them with people. I'm not embarrassed. I don't like think it's cringy or anything like that. I just know that the quality is not like amazing, but I think there are people out there that want to see this stuff from me, and I think the more I share it, the more other people will want to see it, because I genuinely think that my work and my life and my process is interesting, and it's good for me to be sharing it. It's good for me to be, you know, like putting my work and myself out there. So I'm gonna keep doing that. So I just wanted to kind of mention that. I don't know if any of you are thinking about, you know, putting your work, even just posting your work like on Instagram and stuff like that. It's hard to think, oh, well, maybe I could do better, or this isn't as good as someone else's work, so I don't know if I should post it. But it's just to share. Like, it's not a competition. It's not like, I don't know, like I'm not trying to like make money off of my YouTube or anything like that. If people don't see it, people don't see it. If people do see it and they don't think it's that great, and then they choose not to subscribe or something, okay, I don't know, it's not that big of a deal. So yeah, it's not necessarily like stressing me out or anything right now. It's just something that I was thinking about and felt like talking about. So I'm going to take those little intro and exit clips that I just recorded, put them on my computer so I can finish this video, and then I'm going to go ahead and update it, or not update it, but upload this video to YouTube. And it's only 3:05, so we should have time to do that, and maybe I can make a little thumbnail and description and stuff right now. That'll be good. I'm gonna get a little bit more work done on this video, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. Perfect. Okay, so I just need to wait for this to upload. I am going to clean the kitchen a little bit while I let that do its thing. Sometimes I'll work on the description and the thumbnail and stuff as that's doing that, but I'm gonna go ahead and work on the kitchen because I still have some work to do in there. I like to get it clean before Caroline gets home. It is a little bit later than normal because they're actually going to get a drink with some coworkers after work, so it's 5:45 and I have a little bit more time than normal before I need to go get them. I don't know, maybe we'll go get them around 7 or so, but that's nice to have a little bit extra time for my productivity. Let's do a little bit of kitchen cleaning. And I also want to show you guys the progress I've made in my studio, because as I was working on editing and uploading this video, I did a lot of work to get the carpet clean, and I was talking about doing some decluttering that I hadn't done yet, but I actually have finished drying out the carpet and I've done a lot of decluttering since then. So I kind of want to show you guys a little update of where that's at right now. Before I finish up this video. So let me clean for a few minutes and then we'll get to that to round it out. Welcome to my kitchen. This is like a cooking show. Oh my god. All right, we did it. That wasn't too bad. Only 10 minutes. That's not bad at all. Yeah, so kitchen's clean. I need to water my plants again because I told myself at the beginning of this season, beginning of spring, that if it was over 100 degrees outside, I would water my plants morning and afternoon. And as much as I do not want to go outside this afternoon because it is 104 degrees outside, I have to think of my plants because they cannot come in. Let me take you guys into the studio in a minute after that and I can show y'all where I'm at with my decluttering and organizing. I'm gonna walk you guys through what's going on in my studio with my shaky hands. You're welcome. So the closet over here, this is where in the last one I was really trying to dry it out, and for the past day or two it's been feeling really dry, so I started putting a few things back. Let me open this up. I definitely don't want to fill it up right now or anything, but a few of the things that were really in the way I started to put back, and then I've still been turning this fan on to keep making sure that air is circulating in there and everything. This is temporary. This is how I set myself up to film my knitting podcast, which I did this morning, so I should really put this up, but that's where I put my camera and that is where I sit to talk about my knitting, and I put my knitting on this ironing board here, which is also a camera stand. But what I did in terms of decluttering, I got rid of some random stuff that was just on the floor, because all this stuff, it usually is messy in here. This is not really that good of an excuse, but a lot of this stuff was in the closet and I pulled everything out of the closet. So I'm kind of working on decluttering as I put stuff back. But what I did do yesterday is I went through this top drawer, the second one, and this middle one and reorganized them. I had a lot of just trash and random stuff, and this is actually super organized for me. This is pens, colored pens, pencils, drawing, sketching stuff, highlighters, erasers, fancy pencils, sticky notes. This is super organized. And I'm gonna make my desk really just a space for sewing and working on my computer. So I'm trying to keep that in mind as I organize. This drawer is sewing essentials, and this is also way more organized than it was before. And this second one, I still have some work to do on. This is knitting. And I think I'm gonna move this somewhere else because this doesn't need to be a knitting spot. I think I'm gonna put that somewhere else to organize it. But yeah, I obviously still have a lot to do to clear the desk and just clear out this room. But
that's kind of where we're at. And
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It really means so much to me. If you've watched both of these vlog videos that I've done, it's been really fun to share. I really think that I am more productive whenever I'm filming myself and reminding myself of what time it is and what I've gotten done and what else I said I was going to get done. It feels like having someone there with me, which I think is important for me as I'm working on my business and working on my studio, primarily whenever it's just me here at home. This has been so awesome for me, so it's definitely something I'm going to continue doing. So if you'd like to see whenever I post the next one, definitely hit that bell icon to get notified whenever I post my next video. But thank you guys so much for being here. Like I said, it means the world to me. So I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye.